Hello and welcome back to Emily Cat 176. How are we today? You can probably hear the birds chirping away again. Someone actually said that they heard the birds. In this house where I stay when I'm not house sitting, there are some big gum trees at the back of the yard and the birds absolutely love it. So I hope you're enjoying them. So it's Friday and I'm talking about books, and I've got a question to ask today. Are you Team Jane Eyre or Team Wuthering Heights? Now this week, as I said, I put my review out of Wuthering Heights and it got me thinking about these Bronte sisters. And I've asked a few people, and I have to admit, I'm Team Jane Eyre. Now, Jane Eyre, of course, was written by Charlotte Bronte. She was the older sister of Emily. Jane Eyre came out in 1847 under the name Curran Bell because, of course, women weren't being published under their own names at that time. She was 38 when she died. She had married in 1854, and there seems to be some conjecture about what was her cause of death, but it might have been related to pregnancy. I personally think that Charlotte probably had more life experience, and I think Jane Eyre is it's a better book. The writing's better, I think. Emily, on the other hand, she was an introvert. She was only 30 when she died. Wuthering Heights came out in 1847 under the name of Alice Bell. So they both took the Bell name. Now, as I said, I didn't particularly like the current Wuthering Heights film. I didn't. And I have to be honest, Wuthering Heights is not my favourite book either. I think, as I said, I think the writing's better in Jane Eyre. Of course, they're both classics now. But Wuthering Heights, I don't know, there's just something about it. It's not my favourite. And I think a big tragedy with the Bronte sisters is that they didn't live to do more writing. They apparently brought out a book of poetry with their other sisters because it was quite a big family. And that is the tragedy, because Emily Bronte is just known for Wuthering Heights. Charlotte Bronte also wrote a book called Villette. I've never heard of it and I've never read it. But I just think it might be sacrilege to say, but I'm not keen on Wuthering Heights. And before I saw the film, I actually got the audiobook and I was listening to it, and I have to admit I stopped listening to it because it's just not one for me. I really think, especially with Emily, if she had, because she was an introvert, and I said she was gone by the age, they were both gone when they were so young. It would have been interesting if she had lived to see what else she wrote, because we all change as we get older and whatever, and I don't know, I just think they were brilliant writers. And so much as, like, even with Wuthering Heights, the imagination to write that was good. I don't think the writing was very good, but certainly the writing, the imagination to dream up that story. And the other thing is too, I think with Heathcliff and Kathy, it was actually a very toxic relationship. Did she have experience of that? I don't know. Apparently there's very few of her letters or anything that have been kept. But I just think when it comes down to it, as I said, I didn't really want to see the film, and the film was so far removed from the book, but I don't want to read the book either. And I did read Jane Eyre, was late last year again. I'd read it when I was young, and I reread it, and I thought that is a much better book, I think. What do you think? I know, as I said, I know Wuthering Heights is a classic now. I think it has actually overtaken Jane Eyre a bit. But, again, in my opinion, Jane Eyre is the better book. So let me know. It was interesting with the film. When we went to the film with the club, most people said, I asked them when they'd read Wuthering Heights, and virtually all of them said, oh, when I was 13, 14, 15. And I think with Wuthering Heights, even Kate Bush, what was she? She was 18, I think, when she did her the dance and whatever. I think it is a book you read when you're younger, whereas I think Jane Eyre is a more, I don't want to say adult book, but it's a better book, I think. I certainly believe that they deserve the reputations they have now. To think that two sisters from the same family would produce work like that. And as I've said, if only there might have been more. So, again, thank you to all the subscribers. I've got quite a few more. Thank you. Thank you very much. And if you are liking these videos, please think of subscribing. It costs nothing, and I am promoting. It's not about me. It's about promoting others. So, if you have read both books, let me know what you think. Are you Team Jane Eyre, or are you Team Wuthering Heights? Okay, have a think about it. Again, as I said, keep all comments civil, because we all like different things. My sister, because it's about sisters, the poem on Wednesday was, I saw sisterhood in that. I asked my sister. She's Team Jane Eyre as well. So, have a think about it and let me know, and we can start a really good conversation. Okay, so enjoy your weekend. I'm off to see a show. This is actually a birthday present from my best friend. So I'm looking forward to that, and I will tell you all about that on Monday. So, see you then. Bye.